What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rock Too Easy, and this is Real Talk Football, baby. And I'm here with my guy KG, aka Coach T. How you feeling, bro?
I'm all good, bro. I mean, Friday, it's the
Yeah,
weekend, holiday weekend. Got
yeah,
things to do, maybe some people to see, but it could be just a laid back weekend. You know what I mean?
yeah. I definitely was about to ask you what you got playing going on, but maybe pop up with a case of brew, chill out on the yard. Yeah,
Nah, I'm just
I still crack up when I pulled up to the crib. You pulled out that John Deere. You was rocking, mowing the lawn. You was cruising on that joint.
definitely was. I had to get, bro. People was coming over. Had to get the lawn right. Had to get the lawn right.
Exactly. I can dig it. I can dig it. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. But yeah, we are here at episode 7. Once again, it's your boy Rock Too Easy, my guy Coach G. We're going to be covering NCAA, NFL's talk, and OTA things, free agency, what's out there. So I'm gonna let my guy KG take it over. Let's go.
Before we start, just make sure you follow us on Twitter,
Yes.
Instagram, and
Yes.
make sure you follow us and listen to us on Spotify. You can
That's
watch
right.
us on YouTube and make sure you like, share, and press that red button and subscribe.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. So breaking news today.
Mm-hmm.
It's about to be a new era in the NCAA. It still it's a tentative agreement that
Mm-hmm.
the the NCAA will pay $2.7 billion out to the last 10 years going back to 2016 and paying over 14,000 athletes during that time some money.
Yeah.
So the big Power Five schools, you know what I mean? They gonna they're involved, and it's not done deal yet. It could be a trial in a year. The judge still has to sign off on everything for everything to be official. What are your thoughts on this? Especially, I know like we've been waiting for this for a long, long time for the players and the athletes. What's your thoughts on this, man? Because this is big news for these athletes, especially these everybody coming into college after this.
Bro, it's been a way long time coming for this. And I'm the furthest back that I can think of when as young as I was, as far as with a player being involved of trying to get paid or just trying to get to the league early enough to get paid was Maurice Claret.
Mm,
Yeah, he was running back, Ohio State. He
yeah.
was the first guy I remember. He kept trying to get out into the league, and they kept telling him no, you wasn't eligible enough, and he was going through all that flim flam. He like, listen, man, that's cool and all, but y'all ain't paying me nothing here, and I got
Right.
a family to take care of. And this
Mhm,
and this is going on for years after years after years. While these schools made billions of dollars off these kids, man, and you
mhm,
see so many kids get in trouble. You see Johnny Manziel get in trouble for signing autographs. You
mhm,
see Dez get in trouble for going on a dinner with Dion.
mhm.
Uh,
Terrell
uh,
Pryor
Terrell Pryor, was it
for selling his memorabilia, all his stuff he won at Ohio State.
Reggie Bush?
Reggie, yeah.
And they just gave him his joint back. So it's just like it's been a lot of disrespectful. They treated these kids like slaves. Well, schools football slaves. I'm sorry to
Yeah.
to to break it down in that way. But it's been a long time, and I'm happy about it. But it's been well overdue, and I think it's due to they see everybody with all these NIL deals and everything like that that scared some coaches out of it. Nick Saban.
They say that NIL deals might be worth more now. They'll get the players are going to get $20 million per year in revenue share to the athletes.
Hmm.
That's that's good, but I still think that number is low considering
But
what
hey,
these powerful Power Five schools make in a
definitely.
year as far as when it comes to you got so amount of like seven home games, plus you got those media days, you got the kids signing stuff for you, and you making money off of that. You got
Facts.
the TV contracts. Now you're gonna have these Netflix and Amazon and all that Paramount contracts. These schools and commissioners and conferences are making money, and coaches is making money. So $20 million, and it may sound big as soon as you hear it, But
Right.
I think that revenue share is only going to go higher each year or every 5 years, depending on. The big question is I got for you is the conferences and the schools and the players can opt into this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's only going to make them more money. So I don't see anybody opting out at all.
Right.
But as far as the players, what do you think is going to happen? Because what I think is going to happen now, the players going to have to develop a union to get this
I
straightened
like
out.
that. I
And
like that.
I think there's going to be a lot of players who are going to come to the forefront to want to be that leader of the union and have those secretaries that, you know what I mean?
Right.
So what are your thoughts on that for the players?
Right. I definitely like that to happen, but my only thing will be is, do you want ex-college players who are older and have some experience and understand it, or do you want these current college players? Not saying that they aren't capable, because at the end of these kids are in school. There's a lot of smart kids who are in there who
Right.
can hold their own and sit down with these schools
Yeah.
and try to figure things out. That's where I'm kind of stuck in between that. I don't know if you go with an older experienced guy, or you go with a current guy. As long as everybody, as long as you don't take a loss, man. And that's how I feel like it is, because the NFL, they always take a loss. Troy Vincent don't do nothing for these dudes in
Right.
the NFL, bro.
Every time they
They do
sit
not
down
do
for
nothing.
CBA to be changed, they come back with the same deal. Never, nothing
Yeah,
gets
bro. They always get over. I feel like MLB might make out the best.
right.
NBA kind of gets stuff here
Right.
and there. Adam Silver's he's pretty in tune with the players and understanding them. But
Right.
you gotta make sure you have someone who's gonna, yo, this is what we want, and we're not moving until we get this. You know?
Gotta
And
stand 10 toes.
yep, if you want me to move this little mark here, you gonna have to show me something, you know.
Right.
And that's where I feel like they need to do, if whoever does come in.
Right. I'm with you on maybe depending on how big, I guess you can say, panel or board is going
Right.
to be, whether it's like a 12 or 13, because you always got to have that odd number for the voting or whatever, or if it's more. I do think you're going to need, I think a lot of current players are going to want to step up to do this, especially as far as NIL money now that these kids are making. There's going to have to be something in place for that. And I do think you do need to have a couple of the old players there, depending on who wants to step up and be on that board or panel, whatever you want to call it. Listening to First Take today, Paul Feinbaum said, like, there's already like lawyers coming out that are in support of the players that want to represent them for that union and stuff. So this is going to take a huge turn for the next, immediate future. Like, it's gonna impact in the next 5 years, these kids coming in. I just want to know, I mean, we all know for them Power 5 schools, the football oh my gosh, I'm tripping. The football players and teams in that sport in that college makes the most money for the school.
Right.
How are these other teams, the softball and the basketball too, when it comes to March Madness? Do they get a say? Do they get players on the panel or board? Do softball players get players on the board or panel? Does track and field get players involved? You know what I mean? So it's a lot of people, a lot of hands in the pot right now.
Right.
I think I think it'll get ironed out. I think it won't get really ironed out until the next 3 or 5 years to see who's doing what, who's stepping up to be a part of the board, and who's going to go. The NCAA is done.
Yeah.
There's no more. There's not going to be any more exploitation no more of these athletes, man. And by the time our kids get to play sports, if they get to that point, and NCAA, man, and they get to make that NIL money and make that revenue share money, man, they not going to be called amateurs anymore when it comes to they may be employees. You know what I mean? But
definitely.
We shall.
But so let me ask you then: Do you think with this happening now, the players are getting paid? I mean, barring the amount of it, you think they stay longer in school?
I think it depends. It depends on the athlete. Marvin Harrison had a chance to stay and make more money this year for Ohio State than he did for the Cardinals or whoever he was going to get drafted by before we knew he got drafted to the Cardinals. But he didn't need to stay. So I think it depends on the kids always want to chase that money, especially
the situation.
I think it's more so the basketball players that need to stay more in college.
Experience.
For football, you got to stay at least 2 years before you enter the draft. So I don't think it hurts them or helps them anymore. They're gonna be making a lot more NIL money plus the revenue share money. But yeah, I think it depends on the athlete and where they are as far as is my draft stock high or is my draft stock low. I think that it depends on that.
Right.
Go ahead.
So another thing I think it might go to a factor is, do I feel like going to this bad team next year? Right. I'm doing a lot of winning right now in school. Schools are all right. I got a lot of study halls, if you know what I mean. So do I feel like taking on that grown man next step, or should I just continue to be a kid and just live life and play ball and do what I love? Yeah. Because once you get to that next level, it's everything is magnified. You're not a kid anymore. So you got players like Zeke. He was the man at Ohio State. He thought he could still live his Ohio State lifestyle once he got to the pros, and then all that slowed down. The reality set in. He's like, "Oh, I gotta grow the hell up." Yeah, bro. Everything you do, this ain't Ohio. This don't get swept under the rug now. We can only hide but so much.
I wonder to the transfer portal, if it changes it in any way, because transfer portal has been crazy the last two years, last two springs and the summers and all that. So I wonder what that does. But going back to that 2.7 billion though, over the last till 2016, those 14,000 players that's going to get paid. Doing the math on that, that's only $200K.
Yeah,
a player.
That's
even though they settled for 2.7 billion.
Right.
14,000 people or more.
Yeah.
200K or less. I mean, it's a good come up, but
billions out here. Right. I never get over the top, bro. I never go to the top. I got a percentage back from a lawsuit from what was it? They checked their credit bureau or something like that. It was a credit joy. So now I got to check them for open it up.
Yeah,
25 cents. After you break that joy down, bro, it ain't about nothing.
It ain't about nothing. So I mean, it's a good
FanDuel money,
especially who needs it. That money, like it's a good
right.
But like still, the NCAA was still making billions off you, and they still gonna continue until everything gets settled and that agreement gets signed by the judge.
Right. Exactly. Well, once again, like I said, it's been a long time coming, like we've been saying, and hopefully they get it together and it's organized. It is going to take time. It's going to take a lot of learning curves and figuring it out because it's a lot to break down and figure out. So happy for the players, happy for the kids.
Happy for the kids,
Yeah, especially because then they can stay in school and get an education in case they don't make it to the pros. So definitely. All right, I'm going to take this thing over. As we see that the draft has came, free agency has came, now OTAs are starting to kick off. There's still a lot of free agents out there, still a lot of key free agents out there who were previous starters, man. And so with that being said, I don't understand how they still out there. Maybe they, these vets sometimes they're like, man, I don't feel like going through all this camp stuff. I'm gonna just wait it out until somebody get hurt or wait it out till the season about to start. Then I hop on the team, so I ain't gotta go through all this madness of camp. But you still got players out there like Ryan Tannehill. Not saying he could start, but he could be a serviceable backup. Vikings maybe behind JJ.
Yeah,
you got
that's a good thing for him. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that was the first thing I thought. I'm like, damn, he's still out here. Why ain't they picking him up to be a backup? They could use it because in case the kid struggles, there you go. You got a seasoned vet. You got
price, but he might have to get humbled with that money.
Oh yeah, for sure. You got David Bakhtiari. He was starting for the Packers for years. I don't understand how he's still out there. Maybe injuries, or maybe he's just not what he is. But that doesn't make any sense. Dude can go out there and start on the team as left tackle.
Yeah.
preferably the Panthers. All right.
Yeah.
We talked about how the Panthers struggled. They
Still
didn't do
need,
nothing against offensive
still
line.
need a lineman for Bryce.
Right. A vet cornerback out here. I don't see him starting, but being a good vet guy, Xavier Howard. What you think of
Yeah.
that?
Well, I have him written down too, but I think the reason why he's still out there is because did have some legal troubles, and the reason why the Dolphins cut him is because he failed his physical. So
Gotcha.
something else health wise is going on there, and why teams may be laying off for now. He needs to show a team that he's still available and ready to play. So that's a Pro Bowl corner, not so much in the last year, season and a half or so, but he's serviceable. I think he could still play.
Definitely. Well, I'm gonna say his name. You already know what we think about him, Jamal Adams.
Yeah,
He might stay out there.
I
Homeboy might stay out there.
don't understand why the Ravens brought him in. He can't help you in any way. The last
Exactly.
3 to 5 season, the man's played like 5 games and he's hurt, and then he's out for X amount of weeks. And
right.
What is he like? 3 games a year? Like, come on, man.
Yep.
No.
He got more highlights. Right. He got more highlights of him cursing out somebody on the sidelines than actually impact plays. And you don't even know where to play him right now for like, it's like you a box safety, but you don't take good angles tackling. Right. You can't cover nobody. You're just not you was this young lightning bolt, but now that you're getting up there in the age and between injuries and the drama, how you are
edge and blitz for you though. If you got a DB,
yeah, he can
safety blitz, he can still do that because he is good at rushing the quarterback.
Yeah, situationally, but once again, are you gonna want to put up with that headache just for that?
Probably not. Probably
exactly. So you got J.C. Jackson, who's out there. It's a little weird because he had got that big bag from the Patriots, and then they cut him, and then he's just still out there. I guess maybe something. Right. Yeah, but then the Chargers, they were just bad as a defense altogether, though.
Yeah, and then he got hurt.
People was hurt
next year. Just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm. What you think of Emmanuel Ogbah?
Bro, I got him down too. I got him and Yannick Ngakoue is still out there too. How is he still out there? I don't understand why the Ravens didn't re-sign him. I know you got some young talent coming up, but he's a vet who is a proven vet at that. Both of them are. I think these two guys, I think they get picked up before camp. I really do. I don't know who. I think Ogbah will be good for the Cowboys, though. I think the Ravens need to re-sign Ngakoue because you still got some young guys there. But anybody can use those two guys. They're good pass rushers coming off that edge. So they're good for any team, any contender too. Any contender can use them.
Right. Now we're talking about vet D lineman. What you think about Calais Campbell?
I love Calais Campbell, and he played well for the Falcons last year. I think he could be a second and third down guy. He can stop the run and the pass, so he can get to the quarterback and he clogs up holes. So he's a great veteran out there still for some teams, a contender. I think he wants to get a ring. Even though he did make that pit stop at Atlanta, but now I think a guy with him want to be with a contender or any team that wants him. I think he still got some fuel left there now. I don't think the tank is empty yet.
Right. Yep. Getting there situationally, he don't even need to start.
I think the biggest. My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
I was about to say it. I'm gonna single it out because I was about to say the secondary guys. So I went from D line to secondary. I'm gonna single it out. Justin Simmons, is he really just gonna sit and wait for the bag? Is that what he gonna do? He like,
man,
what's up with him?
Simmons? Well, the Broncos did him dirty because he basically still should be there. Don't know why you cut him or got rid of him. Justin Simmons is, I would say, top 5 safety in the league. Next to Jesse Bates. Next to this even though he got cut, I like Quandre Diggs too. Quandre Diggs is out there from
Yeah.
the Seahawks. I liked him. But he's good, man. I don't know why he's not on a team. I don't know if it's the price tag. It might be the price tag.
Right.
But
Definitely the tag.
if you sign him, he's an instant starter. There's no backup. He's a starter for you. He's going to make plays. He makes plays in the run. He makes plays back there, breaking the ball up, PBUs, getting interceptions, and making impact hits. So he needs to be on a team before camp. If he ain't,
Right.
he going to get signed up. Somebody goes down, and he going to be an instant impact player.
But you think he'll get a long term or a 1 year?
I think he get out. I think right now he's going to have a 1 year. He's going to have a prove it year. I think so right now because he's been out for so long right now. So I think that's going to be a prove it year for him.
Right. And my last guy, who I'm gonna say, I don't know who else you got left on your list, but my OG, Stephon Gill. Gill. We need to get it together, Dallas. Call my OG up and get him back on the squad, man. Come on now. Come on, man. That's my guy.
Why? Where is he going to play? Is he starting or is he backup?
I say he starts nickel and then rotate. Yeah, I know. Go ahead, give me the face. I know because
over your boy.
Yeah, I said it. You already knew that was coming over my guy J. Lou. And J. Lou had a real good year last year. I can't lie. But you can never go wrong with too many corners in this league.
Now,
you know, you can never go wrong with too many corners because now, if J. Lou goes down, who we got?
Right. Or then
we ain't got it.
You got Diggs coming back. You don't know how healthy he is going to be for the Cowboys. You got Bland, who's coming off of a amazing year. Nickel and
he was getting picked on at times.
Yes, he was. But then he would come back. Yeah. He was in that awesome year he had last year. He would either be getting burnt, and in the second half he'd pick it up, or vice versa.
Right. But the second that he would get burnt or would struggle, guess what they would do? Like AJ Brown was getting off on him. He said, Steph, go handle young ball.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he did. Yeah. They sent the OG after him.
Right.
You know?
I think we a lot of these DCs, like they have trust in all their players now. And I know Al Harris has a lot to do with it. But listen, man. You got to stop that before it gets out of hand when the team's main receiver is going crazy. Like, you got to get somebody to travel. Yeah. I trust both of my corners. But okay, if you trust both of your corners, why can't you recognize within a couple drives that one corner is struggling, and we now got to put our best player, our best corner cover guy on their best receiver. I don't know why you wait till the second half to try to switch things up. No, do it right now so games don't get out of hand. And this goes for every team, not just Dallas. Like, you need to get your best guy. Now, if your best guy's down, I get it. All right. But at that point last year when Diggs was out and Bland was getting burnt, all right, put Steph on him.
Yeah. I do. They like to stay – a lot of these coordinators that like to stay stubborn, man. Sad.
Right. I do have,
but that's my list of guys.
I do have a couple guys on offense. I know we was talking about the defensive guys, but can you believe that Hunter Renfrow was still out here?
I saw that. He's a good solid 2-3.
He can work the middle of the field. He got them short routes that he can take about 40, 50 yards. He can score, make a couple. He's a guy that makes you miss in the open field. Man, I really like his game. I didn't know how he was going to be coming into the league, coming out of Clemson, but he played well for not having quarterbacks in Oakland.
Right.
Vegas now. And then they force-fed Devontae last year, so his numbers might have been a little bit low.
Right.
But another guy at receiver, I know we haven't seen him in a long time, but he
Oh man.
was that guy. I think he can be a solid 3. I'm not saying he can be a number 1 guy. He could get all the targets or be the number 2 guy if the number 1 guy is getting shut down. He's still a veteran. I still think he can help out
I
a
know
receiver.
he is.
Michael Thomas, man. I mean, get that veteran out there, get him for a 1-year deal, the vet minimum, and he can help a team out or contender out, man. It's not like
Right.
that's not like the man can't catch. I mean, he's
Right.
just been injured. Now you can put him on a contract of just incentives like they did with OBJ last year at the Ravens. I'm not saying give him $18 million and that the 1 year $18 million, but you can get him an incentive contract, and if he does, and you can put a health incentive in there if you know what I mean. He make it to 8 weeks. All right, he gets $100,000 or $200,000 bonus or whatever. But if he does get hurt and it's like a season ending or he's going to miss however many weeks, you get to cut him. So you ain't got to worry. The contract is null and void. So maybe a team can do that and finagle that contract that way. But I don't know. What you think about Michael Thomas?
I agree with everything you say, but I think his locker room presence is so bad. His energy so bad. I don't know if teams want to deal with that.
Right. What did you hear? What did you hear in New Orleans? I wasn't really paying attention.
Right, talking crazy, like he just, he dude just wild out the mouth, and that's what it is. It didn't get blown up that big, but if you look up stuff, you'll see that dudes fights in the locker room and stuff like that. Like he's not a team player. If at that age and you know that you can't move like you used to, you got to come in and like, young boy, what can I help you do? Let's win, but what can I help you with? Let me teach you this. Let me teach you that. He's not that. He doesn't have that mentality as a player, and so that's my
maybe that mindset changes now after being out here, and now you sitting out with no team.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is the reality check some players need when they do sit out like this, and you know what I mean.
Definitely,
they go in. A veteran changes their mindset. You know what I mean?
Definitely, yeah. I can definitely understand that for sure.
I got some other serviceable guys that can still tote the rock, especially last year. This guy, Latavius Murray's still out there. He played for the Ravens and the Bills the last couple years. He's serviceable. I think he's a good backup running back by committee. You still got Kareem Hunt, who's a touchdown machine. Don't know why he's still out there. And you got Dalvin Cook, who the Vikings should have never got rid of in the first place. He didn't get used with the Jets as much.
At all.
So I don't think that should hurt him in the case of getting signed because they didn't use him. Because soon as Breece Hall came back and he was healthy, Breece was getting the bulk of the carries, and they really didn't need Dalvin except for in garbage time. So I think you still have 3 good, and Kareem's still young, Dalvin's still young, Latavius is getting up there in age, but like he's still proven that he can still run the rock and be productive for you in any offense.
Definitely. And those vet running backs, they're the ones who normally end up getting picked up late due to injuries and stuff like that, because a lot of running backs don't last a full season anymore like that. So yeah, I definitely can dig that. But it's a lot of serviceable guys out there. I guess this year just seems a little weird that it's more than normal. And you guys just might be just waiting it out and see what falls to them. So I can totally dig that for sure.
Yeah.
But now
it's on you.
This guy normally comes out of nowhere with the games. So now I'm gonna do the games. You want to play some games? I can play some games, okay?
Got you.
All right. So the first game we're gonna do is who would you take?
Okay.
Now, one of the guys.
Let me put the disclaimer in there. I do not know what he's up to or going to ask me, just like he be telling, oh, y'all, when I be coming out with my games, he don't know.
Right.
I don't know what's going on. What he going to say? So do your thing.
So one of these guys are still in the league.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy is not in the league anymore, obviously.
Okay.
But they're super electrifying. They they can make plays in multiple ways
Mm-hmm.
on offense. So I'm gonna say this, since these players are not in the league anymore, obviously, so their prime came and went, and this player I feel like is currently in their prime.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you take? Debo Samuels or Percy Harvin?
Percy Harvin.
Ooh, you thought that fast.
Percy Harvin. Percy Harvin.
Over Debo. Debo run hard. Give me a breakdown.
I'm cool off Debo. We already talked about this. Cool off Debo getting paid like a number one receiver who's not a number one receiver. 78 or what was it? I forget what it was. Like over a couple months ago when I looked it up. Last season, it was like 78 or 80% of his routes was 9 yards or less.
Yeah, it's because he gets yak.
And he's always hurt. And
Right.
he never shows up in playoff games in preferably the 2 Super Bowls that he's played in. He hasn't showed up in those games. So I'm good off of Daniel, who can't run. He might be the new slant boy after Michael Thomas. Like he get him out of here. Now Percy, I can put him back there at running back just like you can Debo. I can put him at receiver like Debo. But guess who can't go return a kick for me because they scared to get him hurt?
Right.
Debo. Percy Harvin was back there returning kicks, punts to the crib. Since he was at Florida getting busy back there. So I'm taking Percy. Love Percy Harvin. I'm still, a lot of people think I'm crazy. I'm taking Percy Harvin over Tavon Austin. And you know Tavon Austin was that bull too. His highlights is crazy.
His college was different. Exactly. I remember the one time where I watched the game, he ran so fast, he ran past this blocker, slowed down, and told him to hurry up to set the block so he could take off. It was
Tavon was that guy at West Virginia. Percy was just like, he didn't even look like he was moving and just outrunning people. I liked him. I loved him when he played for the Vikings. I loved him when he played for the Seahawks. He was good, man. I just hate that the migraines and those small things hurt his career and his health deteriorated
and off the field issues.
Yeah, but I think
that's why I'm asking you that.
But he got back. He was able to get back, and he got another chance, and like he rejuvenated himself, man. And so I would take Percy easy with Percy. Who would you take?
Oh, definitely Percy. Percy. But I can't. Wow, I can bring up knocks on both though, because like Percy, they both can do the same things. Well, Debo can't return the way Percy can, but I feel like Debo's yak is so strong and dudes are so scared to tackle him. That's what makes him so crazy. Where you said that his yards is 7 yards a catch.
9 yards, 9 yards or less.
Yeah, 9 yards or less. But once he gets it, good luck getting him down.
Right.
That's my only thing with him.
It's the same thing with Percy too. Like he gonna make you miss it. He ain't gonna take those unnecessary hits. He gonna make you miss. Cool. If I ain't got no more room, out of bounds. I'm cool. I'm not taking those extra hits that I don't need to take.
Yep. Facts. All right. So I'm going to give you the old school. the old school. This is like it always occurs, but now that we're on a platform to talk about it, we can talk about it.
Okay.
Let's keep it simple. Start, bench, cut.
Okay.
Randy, T.O., Jerry.
Whoa. Randy,
T.O., Jerry.
Okay. I'm the opposite of everybody else, what they think. Randy Moss is my GOAT receiver, so he is starting easy. He's number one for me.
Oh, my God.
Over Jerry Rice. I don't care about the stats. Randy Moss is my GOAT for wide receiver. Bro, they named a catch over it. Like because of him of You Got Moss, bro. There's a segment on Monday Night Football. We say, oh, you got Moss when we catch the ball. Like we don't say you got Rice. We don't say you got ones. Like we say you got Moss. Like, so I'm taking him to start. Oh man, I'm not. I was never. I'm just going. I don't care. I don't even care. I'm starting Randy. I'm benching To and I'm cutting Jerry.
Mhm.
Right. I wasn't like back in the
What?
back in the 90s, with Prime and sticking Jerry. Like I'm into my blood. I never, as much as Jerry he was good and like he had that game speed and whatever. I know he got all the records. You know what I mean? I'm going to take To. I'm going to bench him. I'm cutting Jerry, man. Get him out of here. I don't like them Niners, man. Get them Niners out of here. Him and
You
Debo. Get them
can't
out of
do
here.
that. You cannot do that.
Get them out
Do
of here,
not,
man.
no. You cannot put your rivalry biasness into this. You have
Get them
no.
out
You
of
can't do that. You can't
here.
do that. That's not no. Go ahead, rethink it over. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. Take 10 seconds and think it over. 10 seconds.
Randy Moss,
Oh,
and getting Jerry out of here.
you are disrespectful,
Getting
dog.
Jerry out of here, man. Well,
You are
like, I'm going based off. So look, I'm going based off today, right? Today's yes is more like Jerry did it in an era where it was run first, right?
right.
Now it's pass first. I get it. But Jerry is slow was slow. He not these corners is big now.
Mm.
To and Randy is getting them. They either running by him or they going To going to move him like Metcalf. You know what I mean? So I'm taking them two. They can go deep. They can take a screen and go To. You know what I mean? Go across the middle, whatever. Jerry can do that too, but he getting cracked and he's folding. He ain't handling all that. I'm getting Jerry out.
See. Now.
Go ahead and give me yours. Go ahead and give me yours.
Here's my response. So while you said that To can catch it, see, this is where you're back and forth here. You want to stay to the old school, and then jump to the new school with certain things. So people, what you just said.
I said it.
People, what you just said. No. People, what you just said.
There you go.
Yo, they catch the ball in the middle. He gone. Jerry catches it in the middle. Oh, he smacked. If you're talking about today's game, he's not smacked. Correct?
He getting smacked, bro.
Not in today's game.
Yes, smacked.
Not in today's game. He's not getting smacked by who?
Yeah, smacked by anybody.
By who?
Fred Warner.
Get out of here.
Oh, the Minka Fitzpatrick.
Stop it. No. The league is 10 times softer than what it is now.
Oh, so for sure, but dudes are still hitting. They taking them fine.
They're not hitting like now. So here we go. I'm starting Jerry.
I already know where you're going.
And you know why I'm starting because of my name.
Get out of here.
I am benching Randy. And I'm cutting To.
I already knew that.
And you know why I'm cutting To?
Because it's dramatic.
Not as great as a receiver he was. The man had way too many drops.
Oh, yeah.
That's my knock. Because Jerry, old school, slow. The man caught the damn ball.
Facts.
Caught the damn ball, bro. He had hands. So, and with that being said, To, you're the focal point. You're relied on. So that being said, that's where I go with mine.
I hear you. I'm with you. You got another one for me, or that was it? That was it.
That's all I got for you. I'm good for now. I got to ponder up some more.
Hold on, before we
I'm gonna ponder up some more.
before you go to the OTA news, did you see the PFF on the top 32 receivers in there, where they put rookies in there already for the top 32 receivers already in the league?
Say what?
They have Rome in there. They had Marvin in there. I'm like, hold on, these dudes ain't even one. They haven't even played a preseason game, let alone a meaningful regular season game. Called a pass call it a touchdown, run any route against a top corner, or like how you putting it. So that's why like I don't pay no attention to PFF. I think it's way off base. They
Right.
be too much on there, and I think it's
Yep.
some of it is BS. But like how
Yeah, because
you
you're supposed to be pro analytics. How you pro analytics with dudes who's never stepped foot on the field?
right? It doesn't
Don't
make
make no
any
sense.
sense. Doesn't make sense to me, and they do it all the time. That's why some of them lists is just they're trash to me. They're trash.
Right. They just want attention. That's all that is. Straight attention.
Right.
But the final thing we're gonna wrap up here is some OTA coverage. It ain't too much going on, but a little stuff here and there that we can cover and talk about that's going on. It's still early on. Things are just slowly picking up. Nothing's really mandatory, but guys is out there who want to be out there, and guys is out there who need to be out there. Some guys ain't out there because they ain't got paid yet, and that's just what it is. So with that being said, I'll start off with one of the things that looks like Kirk Cousins is starting to build some chemistry with Drake London. Now, Kurt is a guy in his career. Once he has his favorite target, is see that favorite target, give that favorite target the ball. He's done that with Diggs. He's done that with JJ. Now, he's building up this chemistry with Drake London while he's still got other threats. You think he still stays with that mindset of just going to Drake London like he did with his other number one guys? Or you think he's just going to work that ball around everybody?
Right. I think Drake will have – he had a good year last year. His numbers might be – I think his numbers might be along the same, maybe a little bit better this year because you did compare him to JJ and Stephon Diggs. He's not on their level yet of
right.
That talented or being that focal point of a guy. Like, can he be that focal point with the number one corner on them and still get open and get them catches, get them touchdowns, move them sticks like those two can, make the spectacular catch like those two can. I don't see him getting force fed like that because Kirk Cousins also loves his tight end. So I see an even bigger year out of Kyle Pitts this year. A lot of targets considering when JJ went down, TJ Hawkinson got all them catches last year for the Vikings. So I think, well, not last year because Kirk got hurt, but the year before that, TJ, he loves his tight ends, man. So I think Logan, even when he was with the Reds at the time, the tight end got a lot of targets. So I think Kyle Pitts shines this year, not just at the tight end position, but they do split out Pitts and the outside at the X and Z positions too. So
yeah, he's gonna make it a nightmare for them linebackers trying to cover him.
Right,
for sure. They get used the right way because they was talking about all this trade talk was happening last year. So yeah, we'll see what happens with them. Like,
you also got to figure Bijan can catch the ball out of the backfield too, so he's another target that's going to limit more.
You can move him right over to the slot.
Exactly.
Move him right over to the slot too. It'll be crazy.
I don't think Drake has to be that guy. Like when he had JJ, he had Dalvin, but we knew Dalvin wasn't going to take too many of JJ's targets away. Then Stephon, he didn't really have a running back with the Bills, so he was going to get force fed. The other guy he would throw to was the tight end. Josh Allen would throw to the tight end. Oh my gosh.
The Bills.
Dawson Knox.
Dawson Knox. Yeah.
He would throw to him a lot, but we all know he got over 100 targets a year over there in Buffalo. So,
right, for sure. So covering over Caleb Williams, they saying he hasn't surprised. He hasn't been wowful. He had a struggle of a practice, just something to build on. Something he's struggling in that red zone, struggling. Just pretty much getting his reps right with the receivers that he's got. But granted, Keenan Allen ain't out there. Romy Rome ain't out there. So it's backup guys that isn't his starting receivers, but pretty much he's going through a little rookie learning curve. So that's what I would call it early on.
DJ Moore was quoted saying he'll ride through hell. He'll ride through hell with him. So It must be going well. I mean, one bad day. Even the corner, the starting corner even said, like, yeah, you're gonna have your days. Like, it's all good. Like, you going against the number one defense out here. You're not going against the twos. Like, you're gonna have those days. We gonna make you work. And at this time, like, rookie quarterbacks are going to have their struggles in camp because listen, you're going against grown men who've been in the league for a minute, and you're going against schemes you ain't never seen before, and it's much faster. No matter how you played in the Big Ten or the SEC, it's going to be moving fast out there, man. So you look for quarterbacks that have their struggles. You don't pay no mind to it until you get to the preseason games and they out there against the big dogs in real play. So like the practice, you want to get your struggles out now, make your adjustments now. Time counts in them 18 weeks. You good.
Right. Definitely. And another thing is too, they're still installing their new offense for him too. So he's learning a lot. It's a lot to take on. It's not very easy. But the flip side of it, the number 2 pick, Jaden Daniels, he's been looking good in the Commanders OTAs. He's been getting praise from Marcus Mariota, saying that he's been looking real good, commanding the offense, getting the ball out and everything like that. He threw a nice deep ball in there. So while it's the opposite of him, it could either go here or there. Like I said, you take it with a grain of salt because it's super early into OTAs, mini camps, just everything. So you're going to have your ups and downs, whether if you're starting offense, starting defense, quarterback, receivers, whatever the case may be. So yeah, they said he's looking solid though.
Even though he's looking solid now, do you think, based on what we know about the Commanders and them being a run first team, they got Brian Johnson and they're going to want to run the rock. Do you think Daniel struggles out the gate only having McLaurin out there as a weapon?
Definitely. The game is going to come at him so damn fast and he's going to be like, wait a minute, I don't have the receivers that I used to have. And then I think I see him relying on, this is why I said to you a couple episodes ago, relying on his legs a little too much with his size, where it can be hard, where you'll be able to make some plays, but other plays, where you better get down. You better learn how to slide.
Get out of bounds. I don't want him to have the early exit like Richardson had last year, so we wouldn't be able to see his progression through the weeks and how better he gets. I want to see him have success. I know the Commanders don't have much, but I think Daniels, Jaden is going to have a good season, but the team is not going to have the season.
Exactly.
It's going to take a little bit with new ownership and all that to build that team up again, especially trying to get a new building and, who wants to play there? So maybe his play changes that.
Yep. It's a lot of overturn with that team, coaching staff, organization. It's a lot of learning on the fly. So hopefully he gets it together because he's a good young star coming up. Definitely. But I'll let you take over the OTA too for whichever you got, player.
The one thing I'm going to bring it here. This man then opened his mouth and may have said a little bit too much, like his owner says all the time, is open his mouth. This man, Dakota Rain Prescott, said that he don't play for the money. He plays for the love of the game, right? That's what he said. I don't play for money. All right, if you don't play for money, then why are you getting paid over $50 million a year to play quarterback when you haven't won anything? Yeah, I know people are going to say, well, that was the market at the time. All right. You didn't play on this contract where you've been getting $50 million a year. Now you on the last year of that contract and you are still looking for an extension, right? So what you going to do with that extension? Are you going to say, oh, well, the market is here. I deserve 50 million, 53 million now, or 54 million, or 55 million. Are you going to say that? Or are you going to say, nah, I'm going to bite the bullet. Let's go to 45 or maybe 40 so we can get some more players in here and extend CD, extend Micah, get them their money so we can be a team at home. We got everybody coming back and rocking what we need to do so the Cowboys can win. He's always said the right things his 8-year career, now going into his 9th year or whatever. But like, it's time. Don't BS in front of the camera when the fans know, bro. Don't say
Exactly.
you ain't about your money when the players is all about their money, bro. And then don't say you don't play for the money, because that's a bull-faced lie. So that's the one thing I'm taking from OTAs, that like I don't agree with what he's saying. His time's up, period, anyway, as far as Cowboys quarterback. But don't say stupid stuff like that. Come on, man.
Yeah. Now it's just you might not play for the money, but your agent works for the money.
Right. He works for that.
He works for the money.
You're trying to get no pay cut neither from you or either. So like,
exactly, bro. Because that when you break it down, you got to break it down. You got to break it down. You got to break it down. It's a lot of breaking down that's going on. I need mines, So yeah, homeboy, get it. But Jerry got to get it together himself too, though, bro, because he ain't the only one who's owed bread. You
said who? Say it again.
Jerry's got to get it together himself, because he ain't the only one who's owed bread. Like Micah, CD, pay these dudes, man. Let's just stop all this questionable things. And I think what it is now that it's the OTAs, it's not mandatory. Once it starts to become mandatory, then that's when we start to have a problem, because we went through the same thing last year with Zach Martin. Zach Martin, he held out, he got paid. That's the second time he's held out. They don't really like paying nobody. It's weird if it's not helping them in any type of way. So
like they play the players. Jerry pays them, but he doesn't know how to manipulate the cap and structure the deal the correct way, so it doesn't so those players don't have those huge cap hits come further down the road. That's the issue with the Cowboys when it comes to structuring those contracts. They need to learn how to do that.
Exactly.
One more thing, though, before we get out of here, Josh Allen commented and said that rookie receiver Keon Coleman's playing style is what the Bears offense needs. What do you think of those comments, and what do you think Josh Allen may mean by that?
You said Josh Allen said Keon Coleman's playing style is what the Bills need. I thought you said I think you messed up and said the Bears, but this is what the Bills.
I said what the Bills need.
I don't know. I don't know why I thought I heard you different. I was like, what? Oh, see what the Bills need. What he probably says is he probably is a possession receiver, and it's probably like a do-it-all receiver, and someone who isn't probably going at it with a mindset of a dig. I think he's scarred by Diggs, bro. That's just really what it comes down to. And that's just really what it is. I think he's scarred by Diggs.
Think a little soft. You think a little soft?
Super soft. He led the league in flops. He led the league in flops.
Josh?
Bro, the boy is a flopper. Okay. Boy know how to flop. He definitely know how to flop. But that about wraps it up for us tonight, man. Oh, my bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
You can't cut the people short like that. Hold on.
My bad, player.
I said that was the last one. Hold on. Keon Coleman is a big receiver for Josh. He's more athletic than Gabe Davis. It's not like he hasn't had a big target. Like, we know Stephon is a good receiver, big personality, but he's not a huge target like Keon was. And I think this is also another red zone threat for them too. When they get true. They now call it the green zone when it's 20 and in. Now the green zone, you gotta score. You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead, you see it's either Josh Allen scoring if it's like 5 and in, or he throwing to the tight ends. Now you got a big 6'4", 6'5" receiver out there that can go up and get it. He going
one-on-one.
Yeah, get you that one-on-one coverage. He gonna be able to go up there and go get it. I know teams are gonna be looking for it, obviously, but and that may be a good thing. And now he could be a decoy, and then you give it to somebody else. Now, like us going back to last episode with the Bills and that division with the Dolphins and the Jets. I don't think even with that, yes, the Bills, Josh Allen's going to move the ball, He's going to manipulate the pocket. Cook came on strong last year. James Cook, the running back. You got a couple guys back there that can help you. And Shakir too, the slot receiver, who's really good, came on strong and did better than Diggs in the playoffs last year. Not better than Diggs in just the playoffs, but the last probably 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah, Diggs phased out. Definitely phased out.
I don't know how well they can keep up with other teams though, because their defense is not. They don't got too many playmakers over there anymore, and they lost a lot of guys and didn't really replace them because they didn't have the money. So regardless of what their offense does, their defense still has to stop people.
Right, bro. I thought they was going to end up letting Von Miller go.
Right, honestly, especially that money.
Yeah, I thought they was going to end up letting him go. Yeah. So it's a lot of. I think they're low key rebuilding. That's what I think they really are doing. Low key rebuilding. But I want to overstep your boundaries. My bad, bro.
Go ahead. You good now. We good now.
My fault, man. My fault. But yeah, that about wraps it up, guys. Subscribe to the page, Real Talk Football. We are out of here.
Yes, sir. My guy. I'll at y'all. You cut out for a little bit, but it's all good. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us and listen to us on Spotify. Follow us on Real Talk Football for Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. See y'all next week.
Yes, sir.